जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी यशोदानंदन ब्रजजन रंजन यशोदानंदन ब्रजजन रंजन जमुना तीर बनचारी जमुना तीर बनचारी जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी गोपी जन वल्लभ गिरिवरधारी गोपी जन वल्लभ गिरिवरधारी यशोदानंदन ब्रजजन रंजन यशोदानंदन ब्रजजन रंजन यमुना तीर बनचारी यमुना तीर बनचारी जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी जय परमहंस परिव्राजकाचार्य सिद्धांत सरस्वती गोस्वामी भगवान की जय। अनंत कोटि वैष्णववृंद की जय। रामाचार्य श्री हरिदास ठाकुर की जय। प्रेम से कहो श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवाचार्य गौर भक्तवृंद की जय। श्री श्री राधा कृष्ण गोपनाथ श्याम कुंड राधा कुंड गिरिवर्धन की जय। वृंदावन धाम की जय। नवद्वीप धाम की जय। गंगा माई की जय। जमुना माई की जय। गुरु द्वारका धाम की जय। स्वामी तो भक्तवृंद की जय। ऑल ग्लोरीज टू देयर सिमरन। ऑल ग्लोरीज टू देयर सिमरन। थैंक यू वेरी मच।
ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। नारायणं नमस्कृत्य नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरये नष्टप्रायेषु भद्रेषु नित्यं भागवत सेवया भगवति तमा श्लोके भक्तिर्भवति नैस्तिकी. Reading from Srimad Bhagavatam, 3rd canto, chapter number 17, text number 21 and 22. 21 I read myself. Tam viksha dushaha javam ranat kancananupuram vajayantya shajajhushtham hamsa nyastha mahagadam. Translation. Hiranyaksha's temper was difficult to control. He had anklets of gold twinkling about his feet. He was adorned with a gigantic garland, and he rested his huge mace on one of his shoulders. Text number 22. Manovirya varosiktam hasranyam akuto bhayam hasranyam akuto bhayam bhita nilire deva bhita nilire deva tarkshya trista iva ahayah takshya trista ihahaya manovirya varosiktam asrunyam akuto bhayam bhita nilire deva traksha drushta iva havayah manovirya varosiktam asrunyam akuto bhayam bhita nilire deva traksha drushta ihahayah manovirya manosiktam asrunyam akuto bhayam bhita nilire deva traksha drushta ihahayah manovirya varosiktam asrunyam akuto bhayam bhita nilire deva traksha drushta ihahayah manovirya varosiktam asrunyam akuto bhayam bhita nilire deva traksha drushta ihahayah manovirya varosiktam asrunyam akuto bhayam bhita nilire deva traksha drushta ihahayah. Word meaning. Manahavirya, by mental and bodily strength. Vara, by the boon. Osiktham proud, Asrinyam not able to be checked, Akutho bhayam fearing no one, Bhitaha frightened, Nililire hide themselves, Devaha the demigods, Trakshya Garuda, Trasthaha frightened of, Iva like, Ahayaha snakes. Translation purport by His Divine Grace Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada Ki. Translation: His mental and bodily strength, as well as the boon conferred upon him, had made him proud. He feared death at the hands of no one, and there was no checking him. The gods, therefore, were seized with fear at his very sight, and they hide themselves, even as snakes hide themselves for fear of Garuda. Translation with repetition: His mental and bodily strength, as well as the boon conferred upon him, had made him proud. He feared death at the hands of no one, and there was no checking him. The gods, therefore, were seized with fear at his very sight, and they did not and they hide themselves, even as snakes hide themselves for fear of Garuda. Purport: The asuras are generally strongly built, as described here, and therefore their mental condition is very sound, and their prowess is also extraordinary. Hiranyaksha and Hiranyakashipu, having received the boon that they would not be killed by any other living entity within this universe, were almost immortal, and thus they were completely fearless. The sense of Bhakti Vedanta Bhad. Om Ajnanadimirandusya Jnananjanashalakaya Chakshul Militam Jena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Preshaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Niti Namine. Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Pracharini Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Bhashyadya Deshadarini. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gathadara Shivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare. The chapter Victory of Hiranyaksha. Earlier few shlokas we heard that to satisfy Hiranyakashipu, his brother Hiranyaksha, used to travel all over the universe in different planets, and it terrified the devatas. In that way, he satisfied his brother. And this was the Sukadeva Goswami telling. Hiranyaksha's temper was difficult to control. He had anklets of the gold twinkling about his feet he was adorned with a gigantic garland, and he rested his huge mace on one of his shoulders. Though Hiranyaksha holding a weapon and terrifying everyone, and there the both Hiranyaksha and Hiranyaksha, the mental and bodily strength as well as the boon conferred upon him had made him proud. He feared death at the hands of no one, and there was no one checking him. So there is a reason all the devatas, they were seized with the fear at very sight, and they hide themselves. Comparison is given. Snakes hide by seeing the fear of the Garuda. All the devatas also fear of Hiranyaksha and Hiranyakashipu, they hide themselves. The Prabhupada writes in the purport, the asuras are generally strongly built, as described here, and therefore their mental condition is very sound, and their prowess is also extraordinary. Hiranyaksha and Hiranyakashipu, having received a boon that they would not be killed by any other living entity within this universe, were almost immortal, and thus were completely fearless. Now here, the Hiranyaksha and Hiranyakashipu are fearless because of the boon what they got. And devotees also fearless. The Hiranyaksha and Hiranyakashipu are fearless because they have strength. They got a benediction. So they thinking that we not a bit, no one can kill us. Out of their own extraordinary strength, they thinking that we are not going to die. So they are fearless. In the case of devotees, they also fearless. They fearless because they always depend on the Lord. And the Lord is a protector of everyone. That's the reason a devotee also fearless depend on the mercy of the Supreme Lord. So it's very important to understand here, a devotee is always depend on the Lord. Even though there is also benediction in the case of devotees. Here say Hiranyaksha and Hiranyakashipu strongly built body, and because of that they were proud. In that way a devotee also had a strongly built, like Bhima. He was a strong body. But never he used the strength, the exploit, for his own sense gratification. This is important thing to understand how a asura behave. You use everything, his own bodily strength or whatever benediction he got. He tried to exploit for his own sense gratification. So he thinks that out of his ignorance, so I'll be not going to die. Now a asura asks a benediction from the devatas, and a devata is given a benediction, they utilize for their own sense gratification. A asura don't ask any benediction from the Lord Vishnu. But a devotee, he don't ask for any benediction from the Lord, because he always feel protection by the mercy of the Lord. Even though sometime a devotee have the benediction, and then benediction is utilized for the benefit of all other living beings. This is the difference between a asura, a devotee. So a devotee is always in a knowledge. Asura is in ignorance. So knowledge is that, okay, devotee thinks in all the condition, he see Krishna's mercy and he always glorify the Krishna for whatever success happens in his life. Because even the devotee's life there is a success, but devotee don't think that this success and he is proud of that success. He sees that, okay, it is not my ability. Krishna is mercy upon. That's the reason whatever success is happening. This is knowledge. Always glorifying the Lord and see the mercy of the Lord, and Lord is protecting and depending on the Lord all the time. So the spiritual life is, there is a spiritual run on two track. One is knowledge, one is the detachment. A devotee has knowledge that, okay, Krishna is sanctioning and His mercy, everything is happening, and He's glorify the Lord. So this is the knowledge. He act under the guidance of the Lord, under the instruction of the scriptures, and he was always detached. Whatever the success happen, he not take any credit out of it. Detachment means not the detachment, one is something is not available, so that I am detached because I not gratifying that, which is not available for me to gratify. The real detachment is, there is all the circumstances, there is a availability of sense gratification. Still, he is restraining his senses from the gratification. This is a detachment. Not that when is there, no, things are not available for the gratification, okay, that is, oh, I am detached, now I am not gratifying the senses. Real detachment, there is all the time, now there is so many availability of opportunity for sense gratification, and still is restraining from the sense gratification. So this is a real detachment. So the devotees always detached. That's the reason they don't want to enjoy the whatever success happen in their life. And devotees always satisfied. Like how a asura asks benediction from a devata, and after getting again benediction, utilize for his own sense gratification and will harm everyone. Like there is Vritrasura. He asked a benediction from Lord Shiva. He did a tapasya for a long time. After the tapasya, Lord Shiva has appeared. Then what the benediction he want? He asked, okay, you give the benediction on whomever's head if I place my hand, his head is split into 1,000 pieces. So Lord Shiva has blessed him. And Vritrasura want to test the benediction. He want to put this, check is this benediction is working. So he want to put his hand on head of Lord Shiva. And Shiva is running to save. So this was the asuras. They not have a gratitude, whatever they blessed. So similarly, normally a devotee don't ask benediction from Lord Vishnu. That not mean that is the Lord Vishnu is Lord Krishna is not a blessing, or you are not giving any benediction. But for example, someone is asking some benediction from the Lord Vishnu. You don't bless. So okay, now you bless him so that he'll enjoy sense gratification. In such cases, you don't bless. You bless a devotee. When the devotee will use for his own advancement in spiritual life, then only Lord Vishnu will bless him. There is a description in Bhagavatam. When you worship the Lord Vishnu, Lord will bless with the material opulence also. But Lord don't bless a material opulence to a person. For example, he asks for a benediction, then the Lord is giving the benediction. After that, he will ask for one more material benediction. Again, he will ask one more benediction. In such cases, Lord don't bless. In other way, one who worships the Lord Vishnu, you bless him with the devotion, bhakti. Even he have the desire for the material desire, he have the material desire. The good example is Dhruva Maharaj. Dhruva Maharaj did a tapasya to have a huge kingdom. No one is holding this universe. When Lord is appeared to bless him, his all desires vanish. One. Another side, the Lord is asked, because he has come for a purpose. So I want to bless. So he is blessed. Because Lord knows that now all the desires or material enjoyment Dhruva already lost. Now I can bless the material benediction, that not be misused. So the Dhruva Maharaj became a great devotee of the Lord. This is a good example. So in other way, when Sudhama Vipra went to Lord Krishna, he met the Lord. He didn't ask anything from the Lord. Still Lord is blessed him. All the opulence. When the Sudama got all the opulence, he not enjoyed anything. He remained the same Sudama, how he was earlier, and everything utilized in the service of the Lord. This is the beauty of a devotee when he is getting the benediction. So a devotee is also success because of the mercy of the Lord. Because we also engage in the devotion services under the guidance of spiritual master. We also get some success. And that success he can utilize for his own sense gratification, for his own name and fame, labha puja pratishtha. Or a devotee remain humble because of the grace of the Lord. Some successes happen. So it will utilize for the service of the Lord or glorification of the Lord. And this should be a mindset of the devotee. These are the great example what you are seeing here, how a asura acts. So that a learning. Asura means why one has not understood what the purpose this creation is. So he is engaging everything for innocence gratification. Like that in a devotee's mind also sometime he may come. So can I use for my own sense gratification? This is the Maya. Maya means acting which is not prescribed in the scriptures. So someone is acting against the scriptures, which are not there in the scriptures, acting according like his own way. Say, act in the spiritual platform means is acting according to the scriptures instructions. So everything can utilize in the Krishna service, or also can utilize in his own sense gratification. That what he desires is asuric nature or Devi nature. So it is very important to understand and study this Bhagavatam, understand all these instructions, how I should properly mold my intellect. And according to the scriptures instruction, not at all be allured by any success, and always detached in his life, everything utilized in the service of the Lord. So one should lead a life of lot of values. Then such person will be succeed in devotional service. Otherwise, so-called success is an obstacle in the spiritual progress. It is an obstacle in the spiritual progress. So when Bhishma was having the benediction of Ichamarani, he would have utilized to give the victory to the Duryodhana, because you never die without his own wish. But Bhishma Dev utilized, wait, that Ichamarani, that whatever benediction he was having, for his own salvation. He waited till the time which is a very suitable time for to give up his body. This what the mindset of a devotee always. He always keep the Lord in the center. And every activity is for the pleasure of the Lord. So it's a great lesson what you are learning from all these, how these all the demons are misusing everything for their own sense gratification. And even though they are thinking that they are immortal and fearless, but ultimately no one can surpass the will of the Lord. Ultimately what the Lord wanted to do, that will only be success. So this was a lesson to learn from this particular incident, what the Hiranyaksha and Hiranyakashipu are, they are proud, and they utilizing their benediction for their own sense gratification and troubling the Devatas and everyone in all the planets. Okay, we'll stop here. Grantara Srimad Bhagavatam Srila Prabhupada